Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Anthony Games here with another stream. For stream today, that's what I'm doing. Two streams today. This one, then another stream later today. It's at PM. I think my fourth part. Yeah, my fourth or fifth part. My King on Sweet reaction. So yeah, I sleep that for a week. I'm streaming on my Chromebook. I don't have my actual laptop again. I figured out. So yeah. But for now, yeah. But that makes feels like, what do you mean Deltarune type for 5 weeks? So I was just looking on your on my YouTube stuff on my TV and some YouTube who I used to watch a long time ago made Deltarune content. Or if you don't hold on, let me see if we can find it. Hold on. What's the audio? I wonder if you think it's on my Chromebook. Let me see this here. Hold on. But I make sure I'm live and everything's good. Yep. Alright, so let me see. I wonder if no, okay, let me do this instead then. Yeah, maybe several years ago. That went to 5 weeks so crazy. And that was 4 days ago. So I don't know if these real or not. And then they uploaded Elfville yesterday. So I wonder where these leaks are coming from. I can't watch these videos, because I don't know how people will be leaking the game already because it doesn't come out to 2026. But those videos, I think that these are fan made videos, but there was this one video, that Wiz uploaded. I want to watch. It's 17 minutes. It's called how Asuka told me to spoiled Deltarune Chapter 5 entire plot, which I haven't done a series reaction stream for a good while, and I said that after one time with Ryan to King off, I was gonna do a Deltarune series reaction stream, and then that'll be the last stream I do probably until that bump is not going to do until Manifest 3 comes out. But I guess I can only find my music video because again I can't watch the video on my Chromebook because yeah I want to. So okay, so I saw that one, the Asco opening. I can't get that one up right now actually because I just hold on. Was it here? Yes, Legacy on. But now I don't know if this is real or fake, so I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. I say this is probably fan made because I don't know how people would have like. I hope that these aren't real, but we're gonna go start off on. Right, this one. I'm mostly missing this one. This is some video, so give me a minute. Let me start seeing my screen on here. I'm saying this is fake, but I don't know if is this real. I don't know, man. It said nothing about it being fake, so I have no idea. Let's just watch this. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Everything's good. All right. Okay. Give context to this. Chapter 4 ended with, of course, Sans. So we're seeing second out, But my direct perspective is not channel sci-fi. Oh, so this is been the started chapter, I guess. This does seem weird because we do know the next time would take place during the festival because it would be on Monday. So yeah. And just ask school. Again, I'm telling you for grain of salt. I think this might be family. I hope that this isn't weird because I'd be actually mad if I'm getting spoiled by why can I not be patient and wait till 2026, which is just in 6 months, please. Thank you. We don't think next chapter cycle come out to probably like February or March the next year. So yeah. What are you saying? Instead of go after him. Oh, it sounds these two, huh? This music from chapter 1. Yeah. I think this is fake. I think that this is fake, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be real. I hope it isn't. Because I don't want to be getting spoiled on a chapter like this early, but I don't know. He has a news on next button. I don't know.
I ordered 200.
I don't know, man. I think that's fake. I want to look on this post town see if they have done like other like fake stuff, like family animations, because they can only. Yep. Yeah, they do what if videos. Yeah, so I was just watching those kind of videos a little bit before I started the stream. So I think that's fake. I think it's probably fake. Yeah. Most likely it's fake. It also says leak. But I don't know, man. I don't know. So that was the first. I think down. I don't know down. I mean, it's like a phone that that's Star is gonna be in our school's flower shop. It makes sense because he was living far from the chapter 4. You know, what we know house. You know, so yeah. So that first one. So let me skip this. Which one does he watch next? Then we have 5 ending. It says loud, so I'm probably gonna turn my headphones down, but let me take and find that one. Hold on. I mean, this is the internet. I never watched this. If this is, but again, I'm considering all this stuff fake. And this is, I don't know. I'll get to those fields in a minute. There, guy found it. But how would people like even have access to the chapter like this early? Like, it's not saying that it's fake. Okay. I hope, because I don't want to get in trouble with Toby Fox. I really don't. Because Toby Fox is not doing anything about this, which is weird. Because I would think this might make me say that all this have been fake. As if it was real and this was like real leaks. Toby Fox would be 100% doing something about it, because I don't think Toby Fox wants the chapter to be leaked this early. Because he was want to be the title, so then why wouldn't he just release it? So that's what makes me think that this is fake. But like in this, I'll show y'all. Actually, I guess y'all can see my screen. I'll show y'all. I will just put this inside the description. Because let me see. Let me show y'all. Can y'all see it? Yeah. Okay. So he says the song has to do. I'm gonna take a long break. Talking things happen in title 4 and before to 6. So he somehow also has access to title 6. Which would be so. Would they have to wait for title 6? I hope it's fake because we don't know anything about title 6. I don't think Toy Fox is even missing title 6 in any of the freaking newsletters. So how does the person have access to title 6? Apart from if he like worked on the game? But in that case, he would just get fired. But I don't know. I was told to watch that freaking headline and stuff and my dad's the guy stuff. Dang it. I didn't watch that before. Sorry, I was watching get a stream set up. Oh, get on the stream. So there we go. But I don't know, man. I can't see the comments. I actually. Why was that? What's the other video he watches in this one? It is. I can't access this one. I don't think. Hold on, guys. It's a second ad. Dang it! Trying to see another film isn't gonna watch after this one. But I don't know, man. I just hope that all this stuff is fake. Because if it does turn out this real, like, we can't spoil this time, like, really early, I'm completely upset and, like, absolutely mad because, I don't like leaks. So I talked about this before. We did? No, I talked about it before in a, this was focus tracks I did on my Google Business channel, backup account channel, Google Business backup account, but, okay, what's this one? No, hold on. So it's Family Afterwards a good boss theme. So this the next period watch I think is fake because it says mostly like we have a watch but we have word better placed in. So yeah, but so this the next period watching is fake. Yeah, then this one's fake. So let's just go off and watch fake videos. So what's the real video? So the freak they put the rest of the no for the same person. So say the rest of the videos he watches in is yeah, are fake. Was good. So this is the last real one. But then he uploaded this video. But on me, I had to watch that freaking ad. From here, I uploaded this thanks us yesterday. Or 2 days? Yeah, 2 days ago. So what is this for? Oh. Okay, so that's where we get to the, okay, so this video gonna get to the second stuff I wanted to touch on. Okay, for now, can't wait to have myself. Let's watch this. Hope this is fake, and I will, but we'll see. Alright, here we go. This is apparently the ending to chapter 5, apparently. Okay, so got to that's his room. Oh, it's like the night, the Wawa night. So this is conforming as like more as a desk. The one night is desk because there's that's the room. So the night talks. Huh. Huh? Yeah, what? I don't understand. Really awful. Myself Lowry, you know, because I'm an idiot, you know. 1 minute. Wait, know what the time you have left. Beautiful here. Oh. Windows behind us was. Yeah, true, but did he like awake because of Undyne perform his saved Undyne's chapter? Oh, true. I'm about to say, yeah, but true, we might on chapter 4. Wait. Oh, the dragon! He gets the heart out again! Don't! That's vile. What are you talking about? If that is. You must wait! This is Susie? What the Dude, that was loud. what the frick is happening? I think we'll just pass on this all to Susie. But that means I will control Susie in the next chapter, but also that won't make any sense. Okay, is that real? Come on, tell me box. Yeah, you get it. Man, I'll tell you. What? Wait, what? Like, see? That looks like very real. I'm like so freaking confused right now. That I want to look. I can't look at the comments on That's what I was trying to do. I'm gonna. So I think the next videos we watch, and this is the effort. Hold on, because those could be the next videos we watch. Wait, then this is just go back to watch the family stuff again. I think it does. You know what? I'll look back family. I want to look at these at the comments on these videos, man, because I am so freaking confused right now. Because this. Okay, I'm looking at the one at the comments that's on the ask but it's the dog found. Thinking that's how I meant to do. Jeez. Sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. Pass to the comments on this video. All right, there we go. Okay, that comment section does not make any sense. So I want to see the comment section on the where is it? This one, the ending video just watched, because I want to say maybe it tells on my comments, maybe it's fake. Yeah, I think it's fake. I think it's fake. People saying it's fake, but did the creative video confirm that's fake? I don't know, man. Let me take a look at their channel. This is the only video they posted. They've only posted one video, and it was the freaking 35 ending video. What the freak? Okay, now that's weird. Huh. Okay, that could present this other video. It's really no it's founding video. That could find out fake if this video is real, but I don't know. I just don't know, man. These are real or fake. I'm just like so confused right now. I don't know. We're gonna press on. This very ask talks about pirates. I'm so lost right now. I'm so confused, man. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into the field. I was gonna plan to do it again this stream, but then got distracted how Asko and Toby just put it it doing top 5 or top plot, I think. So yeah. Yeah, I said if you're not over that, then they want nice like that. If Toby's looking forward to be that, but I don't know. There we go. Okay, that's what Asko seem. Huh. Okay. Okay, what's this one? Excuse me, Mills' video. Okay, it's did we ever watch that video? Yes, I did. Huh, must not have. Okay, don't have you know he watched this one then. 6. Oh, then this a title 6, and then apparently, if though again we no say about title 6. That makes like no freaking sense. Why there'll be like a title 6 and then like already. Can you watch this one other video? I get to skim through the video. Title 5, entering Dark Ward. Okay, I better turn off from the last part or the first video we saw. I don't know. I want to see the comments on this video now. And then we're going to watch this one video and then watch the 2 other links, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Let me just watch this. Let's just get on to watching the rest of the videos. Alright, because I got no thing to heal a little bit. So yeah. Alright. And I'll probably watch this. I saw the Daniel Adron Nice at Death video and that ran to Deltarune had to stream full series after it come out, that's why I got tired of that stream. But that'll be after my last King on Sweet reaction. Because after this stream, I'm just gonna go back to just focus on Kick on Sweet reactions. So yeah. Anyways. Alright, let's see. Wait, what? I didn't hear that. I don't know that just happened. This one anyway, what?
Whether you think chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune were great might be subjective.
I'm just gonna go watch
no
those
one can
two
deny that they gave us more
I
clues
think
about
that's
the main
one.
story
That's how
than
6
ever
ended,
before.
I think.
From the identity of the Roaring Knight,
Maybe,
which
I
we've
don't
already
know.
covered in a video, to mysteries like the Weird Route, and the piece we're focusing on today, the Prophecy. The one Rousey introduced back in chapter 1, assuring us that there's no way to change it. The future is already written. We found out
If I
the
can
world
see
is
it video,
doomed to
because
be
if it's a
destroyed,
see video, I might
and
just
one
say
of
for
our
that
heroes
stream.
is fated to
But
die.
it
And
sounds
yes,
like
the
it's not a
Prophecy has a
video.
lot of nuances and interesting threads, but today we're focusing on one that not many people consider: the Flower King, Asgore. Now, that might not make sense to a lot of you. Maybe some of you already see where I'm going with this, but I guarantee that almost no one expects this character to be the key, not just for chapter 5, but for the very end of Deltarune. And today, I'm going to tell you why. Think about it. There's Dess's disappearance with Asgore as the chief of police, the hidden staircase in his store, his strange relationship with Carol, the fact that he somehow has a black shard, something you can only get from the Roaring Knight.
Oh,
and
true.
of course, the prophecy mentions him. Even Sans plays a role, but what does it all mean? Well, to answer that question, we need to consult an old friend, a turtle who came back from the dead and holds the key to everything. Gerson Boom. After 4 long years of waiting, and thanks to the new chapters, we know so much more about who Chris is when we're not in control. We've seen Rousey confront his own ideas about his identity and what it means to be good or bad. And on top of that, we finally met Carol Holiday, who, by the way, will be getting her own dedicated video very soon, aside from the one talking about the identity of the knight, of course. But this time, we're going to talk about an old acquaintance from Undertale, an elder whose wisdom will give us the key to this entire video, Gerson Boom. The inclusion of such an iconic character is a real big shot. It's not just a huge nod for those who've played Toby's previous game, it's also fundamental to the story of Chapter 4, acting as a very foundation for Susie's character development. But what's more interesting is that he's also the secret boss, an iconic battle that brings not only an absolute banger of a theme,
It's a bit of remake from Undyne stream, from Undertale.
but also dialogue that could be key to understanding the game's upcoming chapters. After the fight, Gerson tells us about a book series known as The Hammer of Justice, which we can find in the library, and how he wrote it himself while he was still alive. He mentions he was inspired by the dark world he himself created, as well as the legend of Deltarune itself. There's even a bench dedicated to him next to the cemetery with the inscription, "Throughout my career, my best ideas came from dreams," further confirming the origin of these books. Let's also remember that Rousey mentions in one of his dialogues, near the beginning of the chapter, that this legend is already written down to the smallest detail, so Gerson could have easily come to know it in its entirety. It's also a good time to let you know that you can now watch all 37 secrets about Death's holiday reviews in chapters 3 and 4 over on my Secrets, Details, and Lore channel, pinned link and in the comments. With this in mind, we can easily connect the dialogue from this secret boss to the prophecy already established in the world. Chapter 1, the March of the Dark King. The heroes defeat the king and stop the dragon. The king, of course, refers to the king from chapter 1, while the dragon is a clear reference to Susie, who Gerson calls by that name. And throughout the first chapter, we chase her through the kingdom, trying to stop her from attacking the Darkners. Chapter 2, the City of the Shining. The heroes do battle in chariots to save the queen. It's clear the chariots part refers to the roller coaster battles we have,
and there's
while
a
save
queen.
the queen can be interpreted in two ways. Saving the queen from Spamton's invasion, an interpretation that would imply the prophecy is referring to the Snowgrave route as the canon path, which could make sense, and is a topic for a whole other video, so comment if you'd like to see that. Or we save the queen from herself. Her plan was to use Noelle to create a fountain within a fountain, which, thanks to Chapter 4, we now know is definitely not the best idea. Chapter 3, the Isles of the Northern Light. The heroes travel among the islands and catch a glimpse of a lost land. This is an obvious reference to the game boards Tenna puts us through. Remember, thanks to the sword route, we know
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That one just seems, I don't know, weird.
Inside, we get a glimpse of the game
I don't
Tenna
know.
wouldn't let us play, where we have access to a sword and the ability to kill enemies. The soundtrack we hear during these segments is titled Northern Lights, which matches Gerson's description of this chapter perfectly. A detail
I guess that
was
makes sense
definitely
then.
intentional.
Never mind what I said.
The Trials of the Holy Hammer. A great smith gives the heroes a terrible weapon. This refers to the battle Susie is undertaking in search of Gerson's
Okay, since we
axe.
whole
And even
okay,
the
never
terrible
mind. Now
part
I'm really
is,
trying to believe
since
this.
the
Never
weapon's
mind.
description after you
Now
get
I'm
it
trying to
says
believe
it
this.
has no special powers, making it the most basic weapon we've gotten from a boss so far. So, with all these clues that turned out to be true, it's safe to assume that whatever Gerson says about Chapter 5 of his saga is a parallel interpretation of what will happen in the story. So let's pay close attention to this next part. Chapter 5, the Field of Pink and Gold. The vast garden is charred in an inferno of jealousy. This is the evidence we've been looking for. There's no other character with such a direct connection to a garden as Asgore. He's literally the flower guy. In Undertale, his throne was surrounded by them, and his favorite tea was golden flower tea. Meanwhile, here in the Deltarune universe, he owns a flower shop, where we can even find a single golden flower, suspiciously placed right in the center of the back room. On top of that, his color palette is a perfect match for the pink and gold description.
Yeah,
but
it
even
is.
if we ignore all that, we know from Undertale that the King of the Underground is one of only 2 monsters with fire-related magic. And as the prophecy says, the vast garden is charred in an inferno of jealousy. And while Inferno of Jealousy could be metaphorical, if we take it literally, it points almost exclusively to him. Not to mention that his magic getting out of control could easily cause an inferno in his garden, and perhaps spread far beyond it. And the key piece of evidence that Asgore will definitely be the key in Chapter 5 is in the prophecy room, which is already ripe for a ton of interesting theories that I promise you'll see on the channel soon. But the one that matters to us right now is this specific image. Beyond its shape, which is clearly Asgore, it says something very interesting. The Flower Man, trapped in asylum. With the Flower Man obviously being Asgore, the phrase trapped in asylum tells us where this is all heading. And that's pretty much where my reasoning ended, until I saw a video by Rayleigh, a small YouTuber like me, who discovered that in the game's code, the file for this prophecy is named SPRWD Church Prophecy Boss 3.icon. As if that wasn't
so we got to find out
the
probably next chapter.
Queen's prophecy was Boss 1 and Tenna's was Boss 2 in the respective chapters. This positions Asgore almost without a doubt as the final boss of Chapter 5, or at the very least, an extremely important boss. Furthermore, asylum here might not literally mean a mental institution, but an asylum in the sense of a refuge. In other words, his own dark world. A fantasy to escape his pain where he is the king, trapped by his own desire to return to a perfect time. But why would Asgore want something like that? Honestly, I think we all know he's been having a rough time since his divorce, but perhaps there's something even deeper as the final trigger, a sacrifice.
Oh, sacrifice.
From chapters 1 and 2, when Asgore tells us how much he misses Toriel, and we later find the flowers he sent her in the trash, we see he's still interested in her. But Toriel has, well, other plans. Later, in Chapter 4, we see him in front of the church giving Toriel flowers and asking to talk, but she tells him maybe later, leaving poor Asgore as the most divorced man in all of fiction. And the most important part here is that at the end of Chapter 4, we find her dancing with Sans and having way too much fun, especially in the final scene where, well, things happen. Now, imagine how Asgore would feel if he found out.
Yeah,
After all, Sans is someone
man.
who,
So I guess
as
I
we
thought
saw
it
in
was gonna be
chapter
about
2, when
Asgore.
Asgore tells the best joke in
100%.
the entire Deltarune universe, is aware of the Dreamer family situation. He's even asked Asgore for advice, so he could easily see this as a betrayal. So what does all of this have to do with Asgore being the key in chapter 5? Well, maybe not a lot directly, but it builds a foundation. It shows us that he's very lonely, desperate, and given his persistence, seems willing to do anything to get his family back. This brings us to the beginning of chapter 4, when we find him at the Holiday family's house, supposedly fixing a lamp. It becomes clear that despite his good friendship with Rudy, he's there for another reason. There's a somewhat hidden scene that we can only access as the soul through the ventilation system. In it, we can see Asgore go to Carol's room and begin a hopeful monologue. A monologue that, along with Gerson Boom's prophecy, is the key to this whole theory. Everything indicates that Asgore is speaking to an object he calls the Black Shard, a name identical to the weapon we can get by defeating the Knight in the previous chapter. This Black Shard seems to be part of the key for everyone to see what really happened. What do I mean by that? We already know that Asgore used to be Hometown's police chief, but some mysterious incident led him to being fired. That incident can be none other than Dess's disappearance. Thanks to Undyne, we know nothing much happens in town. I mean, the criminal dogs we accidentally freed in chapter 2 just end up at the library. They aren't really a threat. The point of interest here is, why is Asgore holding this dark fragment? How does he know about it? We could consider the long-standing relationship between the Holiday and Dreamer families. The mysterious disappearance of the mayor's daughter, who was also a close friend of Asgore and his family, would have made it all very personal. As we briefly touched upon in the video about the Roaring Knight's identity, Death is lost somewhere darker than darkness itself, trapped in the dark world she can never escape. This is just speculation, but what if Asgore discovered the truth about Death during his investigation, the truth about the Dark Worlds? This would explain why, in these secret dialogues, he says he just wanted to protect everyone. In other words, he did something to either save Death or prevent the prophecy from coming true, but he ended up being ostracized by the town, which led to his dismissal as police chief, his divorce, and the life he has now as a flower shop owner. The Black Shard, which we know can be used as a weapon, could be the object Asgore needs to open a fountain, to search for Death and review the truth once and for all. And we can't forget that it's Carol who is keeping Asgore's business afloat in exchange for something she avoided telling us. Somehow, the two of them are working together, and I'm sure it's about finding Death, especially with the clues we already have that Carol is actively looking for her. In the Holiday house, there's another relevant scene that occurs when we reach the kitchen through the vents. We can see Chris drinking a glass of milk while overhearing a call from what seems to be the Knight, who mentions, among other things, that next week there will be a sacrifice related to the police. Remember, Undyne was kidnapped by the Knights after she interrupted Toriel's kidnapping, trapping her in the bunker south of town. That doesn't seem like it was the original plan, and the Knight's reaction is a bit strange.
Remember, doing second stream as I said in next time I can go on
and
stream
Rousey.
reaction.
Clearly, Undyne posed a threat, so her sacrifice could be justified as the greater good in the search for Death. Or the other option, which I like and find more interesting, is that Asgore is the sacrifice. He was also a police officer, in fact, their chief. So maybe, just maybe, his plan is to sacrifice himself or have the Knight sacrifice him, whether the Knight is Carol or is being controlled by her. Asgore's personality, who since Undertale has been written as someone willing to do whatever it takes to redeem himself in the eyes of Toriel and the town, fits this theory perfectly. So I think it's about time we put all the pieces of this mystery together. Gerson's books describe a parallel to Deltarune's story, specifically chapter 5, as a burning garden consumed by jealousy. This fits perfectly with Asgore, his flower theme, and the frustration he feels over his divorce, Death's disappearance, and the truth he's hiding. Then we have the prophecy room, where his image and the text reinforce all of this. Coupled with the personality we know from Undertale, it suggests he's willing to do whatever it takes to redeem himself in the eyes of Toriel and the town. Not to mention his connection to the Black Shard, a weapon that could potentially be the key to chapter 5. And his hidden relationship with Carol and the mystery surrounding Death's abrupt disappearance. And now, having recapped almost all the evidence, it's time to talk about the reason you clicked on this video. What will happen in chapter 5? I'd be lying if I said I was going to tell you everything I think will happen in Chapter 5. Many of my ideas have nothing to do with Asgore and will require justifications that I'd rather save for a dedicated video on that chapter. However, what I will tell you are things that are definitely going to happen, not because I've gone crazy and can see the future, but because of the clues the game has given us. To start, if Asgore creates his own dark world, where will it be and how will we access it? Well, that's easily answered by an Easter egg we can find to the right of his shop. If you interact with this specific spot, the game gives you the message, there's a door behind the flower shop. This will clearly be the door we use to access the dark world Asgore creates. Not to mention, in the same scene, we can see his shop is named Flower King, which is practically screaming at us that something very important is going to happen here. And the cherry on top, if you interact with that spot again right after the first message, the game hits you with the line, but there's flowers blocking the way. As if we needed any more proof that Asgore, the Flower King, is the key to Chapter 5 of Deltarune. And that leads me directly to Ralsei, who could now, more than ever, have a crucial role in the story, and perhaps even in the chapter's conclusion. For starters, as everyone knows, his name is an anagram of Azrael, and he bears a significant resemblance to Chris's brother. Assuming he appears again,
I'm just gonna go for all this, because
fantasy, Ralsei will end up taking Azrael's place, and maybe even be crowned prince, but as Asgore's son. This could lead to a very interesting character development arc for him, because let's not forget, he himself tells us at the start of Chapter 3 that he knows his own existence doesn't make sense, and that he shouldn't even care about it. But with Asgore's affection and the possible events of Chapter 5, Ralsei's perception could change, and he might start to value his life in a new way. And this brings me to what I believe is the most important part of this entire video. That might sound strange considering it's almost over, but I couldn't put it earlier because it would have sounded completely insane. Flowey is back. First, I have to thank Rayleigh again.
Yeah, what? No, it still sounds the same. I'm sorry. It still sounds the same. I'm sorry. It still sounds the same. What? No. What the freak do you mean? Okay, I want to guess what is it. But that makes no freaking sense. Just because Ralsei is like an anagram of Azrael, and Azrael was Flowey. That doesn't. Okay, I want to see what that's gonna say because I'm actually curious. Why? So he's looking mixed up with flowers. So this is a tweet because I saw that he's put out a description, and it says, "I'll be back in May of 2020." Jeez.
Tweet from Toby Fox about a Ralsei t-shirt covered in flowers. The tweet says, "He's always getting mixed up with flowers, isn't he? That hasn't happened." A phrase that at the time could have been dismissed as just a joke.
Yeah.
But with all the context we have now, it takes on a very different meaning. Emphasizing that Ralsei is always getting mixed up with flowers, even making a t-shirt about it, inevitably takes us back to Undertale, where Azrael, after turning to dust, became Flowey. Azrael, who, as we've just discussed, will be represented by Ralsei in this chapter. Furthermore, the most revealing part is that Toby literally says that hasn't happened, meaning it's something that will happen, just not yet, which leads us to conclude that the full phrase is meant to be, he's always getting mixed up with flowers, isn't he? Flowey. Remember, Toby had the story for Deltarune planned out even before he started developing Undertale, so it's not at all strange that he give us a little spoiler of what was to come in a 2020 tweet. Ralsei, somehow, will end up transformed into Flowey, perhaps out of a desire to live longer, perhaps after sacrificing himself for us. I think trying to determine how it will happen is getting too wild, but all the clues ultimately lead down the same path. Personally, I'd love for it to be a kind of secret boss that can only be unlocked through specific actions, or better yet, a consequence of the weird route, where he might even ally with us, the player, if he keeps the same twisted personality from Undertale. Either way, I'd love to know what you all think about this theory in the comments.
I don't know.
Let me know if anyone mentions something I missed that helps it make even more sense. It's an idea I've been developing for a while, and I'd seen a couple of.
I don't say flowers will come out as top, so that just sounds the same. But maybe I don't know.
In the best possible video. On that note, I have a ton more ideas for theories, like one about what will happen specifically in Chapter 5, the nature of Chris's soul, and more. So stay tuned to the channel. And remember, I always read the comments.
Okay, good. Anyways, yeah, so basically our score is gonna be yeah, chapter 5. Yeah, but I'm gonna go 2. And the next rule is gonna be in the flower shop. So yeah, but when I say about chapter 6 or chapter 7. Yeah, I don't think flowers will come back though. That just sounds insane. Like that just makes no freaking because okay, I'm gonna go to Untitled here for Mouse. This gonna be after missions, I'm gonna be wrap up the stream. So yeah, so basically how Flowery got made and Undertale stuff because of Alphys detected termination to a lifeless flower and then yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't remember specifically, but I think that's how Flowery got created. I think I'll probably put termination in with actual stuff. Maybe I don't know. But if that's the case, then that means that Alphys would have to come to this next Darkwood. Because Alphys was like the key to creating Flowery in the last chapter, but I don't know. Plus, there's still the real Asriel in the Light Wars, so I don't know. I mean, apart from if the real Asriel, if Alphys, but that would make no freaking sense because we have no reason to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. That sounds insane. I think Flowery is going to be coming back because that's insane. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I think it's just insane. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Type Fox is going to bring Flowery back because that just makes no sense. So yeah. Anyways, now maybe I should release this one video. I don't know release game will. I hope you're fake because and I did spoil myself within the freaking top 5 ending like a year older. But I guess we'll see when the chapter comes out next year, sometime next year. So yeah. Anyway, my spot stay tuned later at 7 p.m. for my hold on, what part is it? My 5th part or 4th part? 4th part of my King on Street reaction stream. Yep. And again, I'm just gonna be focusing on King on Street reaction streams until finish it. Now after I'm done with all my King on Street reaction streams, I'll be doing another Deltarune titled 3 and 4 series reaction stream. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. My last name is y'all subscribe, come back today, and until later tonight at 7 p.m. I said no, I keep getting my asshole longer. I never care why. Alright, I'll try it again from the top. My last name is subscribe. Come back today. I'm and until later tonight at 10 p.m. Geek Game Gamers. Oh, I think I messed up again. My brain isn't working, I'm sorry. One more time. My last name is subscribe, come up game today. And until late tonight, 7 p.m. I did it Geek Gaming Gamers until late tonight at 7 p.m. This is, I'm just gonna go, man. This leaks were insane, but I think they're fake. I hope not real, but this save 100% was really good apart from the fire parts. Yeah, I'd give like an 8. Alright, see you later tonight at 7 p.m. Be there or be square. Alright, bye.